I turn my head away for 2 months and this happens. Dear America, Winston Wethermoore here. Not to be confused with Winston Wethermoore, the 4th member of the original Ghostbusters team who just so happens to be one of the best examples of the Dungeons & Dragons alignment of neutral good.
No offense, but I gotta get my own lawyer.
Yes, it's true, America. It has been around 2 months since I last addressed you. But I assure you it is not because you have gotten better. The reason why is because out of the long list of things that is currently wrong with you, a select amount of individuals who live within you is trying to turn comedian Stephen Colbert into a scapegoat. And they're doing so in form of an FCC investigation, due to a joke he made in one of his monologues of The Late Show regarding Donald Trump, in which he called him, and I quote, Vladimir Putin's cockholster. On a radio interview with the FCC chairman, they promised to look into what he said, despite it being properly bleeped and censored when it was aired, and take the appropriate action if either he or the show broke any of the FCC guidelines. Even though they didn't. And while Colbert himself did admit that he would have worded the joke better to be non-degrading to the LGBT+ community, he does not regret making the joke at all. As a matter of fact, he would gladly do it again. And he should. Because that's his right as one of your citizens. Especially if he has done so under the rules and regulations established by the FCC itself. The only people who Stephen Colbert should be apologizing to are the members of the LGBT+ community who felt genuinely offended by his words. And in a way, he did. And while this indeed shines a very important light on the fact of free speech and censorship, one can't help but to wonder if this attempted crucifixion of Stephen Colbert is nothing more than a mere distraction of the House of Representatives passing Trumpcare 2.0. Which, if that's the case, America, then you have a problem. And unfortunately, it's a pre-existing condition. I'm informing you of this, America, because you must stay vigilant. We are currently living in a time in which paying attention to distractions can turn your sense of liberty and democracy into one of dictation and fascism. And while I do acknowledge that there are those within you who are indeed focusing their attention on the right problems, it's the minds of those who are easily distracted that is currently making this battle so hard for us to win. For your sake, America, we must do better. Even if that means ignoring the squirrel that just crossed our path. Sincerely yours, Winston Wethermoore.